Hey there, it's Jenny, and I am here today to share how I planned with my Plum paper planner and these stickers that I'm sharing right here. These are Let's Plan It. I love them, love them, love them. Saturated colors, beautiful art, and I just love the sticker paper. Now, there are a few of these that I'm not really that fond of, and you're wondering, what does that mean? Yeah, I wouldn't really use them as they are. And that's okay. Like, it's not a thing. There's always going to be a sticker here and there you're not that fond of. So, what I like to do with these is layer them. So you can see I put them underneath, and then on top I put another sticker. That way I am able to focus on the sticker that I do like. However, the other sticker still peeks out from underneath and then adds a lot of dimension to the page, which I think ends up looking really cool. Oftentimes it'll sometimes be text, but other times it's just a pattern I don't like. There's not really a rhyme or reason. And so for me, I look at a sheet and see, okay, not really fond of this one, not really fond of that one. And that's how this kind of starts. Now you can see I did the three main focal points with the decorative stickers, and then I went back and I added the activities throughout the week as they were to happen. I am using stickers just based on what the activity is and how much room I need. I don't always need the same amount of room for every single thing because some things are really super self-explanatory and just a couple of little items will do the trick. Now you can also see that I pre-plan with sticky notes, and what that means is things that are not ordinary, that don't happen each week or on a regular schedule, get added on a sticky note, and then I use that to help me remember to add them to the week. I also alternate between writing on stickers and writing directly on the page, though I do use a mild liner first for a pop of color. I like to match my mild liners to the stickers, and so I usually identify a couple of those as I start, or sometimes just as I go to use. Now you can see right here I'm highlighting sort of a not perfect, important event, and I'm just using a different variety of my own handwriting, simply adding on the downstroke a thicker line and then coloring that in with the thin end of the mild liner. I really am super fond of it. I love the attention that it draws to the words, and it also adds again another little pop of color, which is what I'm going for here. Planner paper, the background is white, which is understandable, of course, and that's how I want it to be because I want to be able to match things. But I also want to have lots of color on the layout. You got to see right there, that was a short look at my sticker book. This is the one of smaller sticker shops, Etsy shops, things like that. This is actually an assembled book. It is stapled together, but I have a much bigger one that is Happy Planner with individual sticker sheets that I purchased. I'll link that up below. It's been a godsend. I absolutely adore it. It's really works out great for me. I actually am thinking about taking apart a few more sticker books to add some to that because my sticker collection is getting out of control again. Now you can see that I am going to add a little bit of brush lettering. This is just another way that I like to differentiate without just using stickers throughout the week. I like to write directly on the paper as well, and the brush lettering absolutely helps add just another dimension to that. So between writing over the highlighter, that downstroke lettering that I showed you on Tuesday with the word lunch, and then the brush lettering, I really get a lot of variety. Now we are back to planning on Monday, and I had something that I wanted to notate, and I was using a sticker for that. And so I was able to put that right above the clean because, as you know, if you've been here for this process, I like to alternate writing directly on the paper and then also writing on the stickers. And so since I had the word clean right below, I'm now adding a sticker on top of that. I also try to do my best to keep it alternated across the page as well, but that's not hard and fast. I'm not always able to do that. And so when I am, I do that, but you can't always do that kind of thing. So here we are. All right, so now I went back up to the top because I was sort of looking at where I was going to add decorative elements if I wasn't able to fill the entire column. And so I started at the top, added a sticker, then below it wrote directly on the page, and then added another sticker. This allowed me to have a big chunk next to the word lunch because, as you can see, I wrote directly on the page there, and I didn't have any big stickers or anything like that that I wanted to include there with some activity or appointment or anything like that that took up a lot of room. So now, I'm a big fan of those icons, and the simpler the better, to be perfectly honest. I love them when they're just those black and white drawn ones because then they are perfect. They go with anything, and I find myself reaching for those a lot. Now you can also see that I reached for pink and yellow highlighters this week, and it's no surprise since the stickers are mostly pink and yellow, a lot of black, and then a little bit of green as well. Now look at that little pocket. It's just one of those Target dollar spot adhesive pockets, but it's perfect because it holds some of my most used little icons. Now I'm going to put just a tiny little pop of washi right in here. I'm obsessed with this floral washi. It is from Fancy Plans Co. and Alicia Michelle, a little collab that they had, and it's absolutely stunning. It actually matches the cover of my planner as well, and I just love that little floral pop. I'm on to Tuesday now, and unfortunately our lunch plans were canceled because my aunt's car broke down, which is a bummer, and so they were not able to come over for lunch, and I'm super bummed because I was really looking forward to that. So this canceled sticker worked out perfectly because what I like about these is that you can read the word canceled, but you can also see behind it. So I don't want to have it obliterated from the book. I want it to still be there. I want to still be able to see it. And so having that right there is just absolutely perfect. Now we're still going at it because I had to cancel baseball practice because that was canceled as well. And then also add stickers at the top. Look at those cute little pink cars. Aren't they fantastic? They're from Shop Villa Beautiful. I don't know if she still has them in the shop or not. They're pretty old, but I just think it's such a fun little accent, and I know I got done saying I like the black and whites ones the best, and I do. That's not true, but I just think these are super cute. Now, these are some more Alicia Michelle stickers, and these are sort of, I don't remember the name of the sticker, but they're all like positive phrases or quotes, which I'm not necessarily super into all the time, wanting like 500 of them on the page. But these were so pretty and had so much color, I knew I wanted to integrate them. So we paired that up with that cluster down at the lower left. Now, the one thing that's kind of throwing me off a little bit is the lavender. I'm not going to lie, but I'm hopeful that when we get to the end of the week, it'll all look cohesive and awesome together then. Does that make sense? Like holding out faith that there's going to be enough that works really well together, that lavender is just going to be an unexpected and fun pop. Now again, this week there was just a lot of extra room in the planner. So I'm just sort of working around where else I'm going to be able to put decorative elements because I know that I have a big chunk of room. And so I have to think about where the decorative elements already are and where I want the next one to go on the page. And you're thinking, oh my gosh, that sounds like a lot of trouble. I think the explanation actually takes longer than the thought process. So do with that what you will, but it's really not that big of a deal at all. You just say, oh, that's where my decorative cluster is already. Well, I don't want it right next to that because it'll just be a big blob of decorative. So I just simply shift it up a bit. Now I'm also trying really hard to make note of wins and losses and scores for my son's baseball games. And some years I'm good at that, some years I'm not. This is hopefully one of those years that I'm better at it. Historically, the teams have done really well, our high school teams. And so I'm curious to track that this year, good or bad. So now you can see right here how that's playing out with the decorative cluster. I've added the Alicia Michelle and then also this beautiful floral from Alma Plans. She's not a shop that is in business currently, but I still love her stuff, and I've been hoarding these florals for about 65,000 years. So I thought I would just use one this week. Newsflash, I don't really like how I place the leaves. I would have liked to have placed them underneath the flower instead, but I'm really not going to worry about it because I imagine at the end of the week, it all comes together fine, and that's not such a huge focal point. Like I won't be drawn to that right away because when you have everything down, one little thing isn't as big of a deal. See, look at that already. Like it's just not as noticeable. So you can see that I brought that decorative cluster up, okay, because we're focusing on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It's not right next to down below. I'm adding this strip of glorious Studio Calico yellow washi. I'll tag it up below. I am genuinely obsessed with it. And I'm going to peel off the one I put down on Wednesday. I wasn't sure about it when I put it there, and then now looking at it, I still dislike it, so I'm peeling it up. And that's okay, especially with washi, man. It comes right up. It is no big deal. And again, we pay what, $3 or $4 for an entire roll. If you screw up in a 1-inch section, it is okay. So I did add that bigger section, and I don't normally do that in this type of a layout unless I do it at the very beginning of the week, but I was just really so smitten with it. I wanted to have that. And I also cut one edge flush against the column, and the other one I tore the edge just because I wanted that more raw looking edge. And then just look at that tiny little cluster of decorative. I love it right there. And this is sort of notating what happened / journaling a little bit, at the same time noting that my son had friends sleep over. And so it's kind of a cross between two things. Am I right? Now this added little piece, the sticker up there notating that my husband was off of work, is kind of going into that decorative cluster, like tying all together, and it ends up looking really cool. And I love it with that pop of the yellow washi down below as well. So now I'm just writing in a bunch of errands right there and highlighting and using the icon stickers, in this case the little pink shop full of beautiful cars. They're so cute. And now I'm back to alternating between the writing directly on the page and the stickers as well. And I'm telling you what, if you haven't tried these Let's Planet stickers, the paper that the stickers are printed on is just absolutely stunning. I love it so much. It's so soft and beautiful, and it takes my highlighters perfectly. Now, we had very little going on Friday to write in my planner because it was a beach day and we went to the beach. And so while it was amazing and we had a wonderful time, and there will be tons of pictures in my memory planner, it just doesn't really require that many words in my actual planner. So that's why we were able to add I was able to add the extra decorative elements. So including the florals, that full box, this little bit of the Alicia Michelle and Fancy Plans washi. It just turned out so stinking cute, and I love all of it together. And I do see what I was talking about before about how the whole thing came together, even though I wasn't really sure how it would. Now again, we're back to the brush lettering and just writing the word beach. And so I will also write directly on the page as well, as I often do. These things rarely stand alone, and just notate the rest of the details. Now in hindsight, I would have probably used the pink highlighter instead of the yellow there with all the rest of the yellow going on, but clearly I didn't think about it so much, and it's okay because again, when it all comes together, those tiny little things or those in one little off choices don't make any difference. Now I am layering two stickers, a half box or quarter box that I wouldn't ordinarily use because it's kind of dark, although I really love the pattern, and layering that with the Alicia Michelle decorative sticker, and it turned out so cute. I love the contrast with the bright colors. Now, one of the things I do try to do, which can be difficult, is use the patterned boxes this first run, because it's much harder to pair those later with other stickers. So say like, oh, I'm going through my book because I'm looking for a pink box sticker. Yeah, that's super simple to do, but pairing really specific florals or really specific patterns can be very difficult. And so I try to use those up on the first glance, because now these will all just be extras and go in my extra sticker book, which is great because I love having them. But those floral stickers will be more hard pressed to get used up. I forgot to add a couple of icons there, baseballs actually in specific. So I am going back and adding a couple of those right there now that I realized, oh my gosh, I forgot. That wasn't even what I was looking for in the sticker book. I was actually looking for the shopping cart, and I found it, but the baseballs called my name like, oh my gosh, I really need to use these. So that's what we're doing. And then now I'm going to just make a list of the items that I need to pick up at the store. And again, I really think that's going to be cool to look back on, to look at like the things that we were eating and buying. And that's why I include that and Happy Meal and all kinds of things like that, because I think these are just going to be really super cool details along with the rest of the plans that we had. So that is it for me this week. Thanks so much for stopping by and watching. I really do appreciate it. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment box below and I'll do my best to get back to you. Thank you so much and make it a great day.